iPhone 18 Pro Max could redefine battery life. Apple may be preparing one of the biggest battery upgrades in iPhone history. According to well-known Weibo leaker Digital Chat Station, the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to feature a significantly larger battery, reportedly between 5,100 and 5,200 mAh. If that turns out to be accurate, this would mark another step forward in Apple's ongoing push toward industry-leading battery life. Now, on paper, that might not sound dramatically different from the current iPhone 17 Pro Max. But when you combine a larger battery with major efficiency improvements, the real story begins to take shape. Let's break it down. A bigger battery than ever before. The current iPhone 17 Pro Max already holds the title for the largest battery ever installed in an iPhone, coming in at 5,088 mAh. Apple officially rates it at up to 39 hours of battery life, and independent testing has shown that Apple devices are currently leading the industry in endurance. In fact, recent battery comparison tests placed the iPhone 17 Pro Max at the very top among flagship smartphones. Apple also ranked as one of the strongest brands overall in real-world battery performance. So if Apple is increasing the capacity again, even slightly, we could be looking at the first iPhone that comfortably crosses the 40-hour battery life threshold. And that's where things get interesting. The real game changer, the A20 Pro chip. The battery increase alone isn't the biggest story here. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to run on Apple's new A20 Pro chip, which is rumored to be manufactured using TSMC's advanced 2nm process. If that's true, this would represent a major leap in chip efficiency. Smaller nanometer processes allow more transistors to fit into the same space, increasing performance while reducing power consumption. In simple terms, better speed and lower energy usage, thus improved thermal efficiency. That means the iPhone 18 Pro Max could deliver longer battery life not just because of a bigger battery, but because the chip itself consumes less power during everyday tasks. The combination of a 5,100, 5,200 mAh battery and a 2nm processor could push real-world endurance into territory we haven't seen before on a smartphone. We might be talking about a device that easily lasts 2 full days for moderate users. Will it be thicker? There is one trade-off. Reports suggest the iPhone 18 Pro Max may be slightly thicker than its predecessor in order to accommodate the larger battery. Apple has historically balanced slim design with performance, but in recent years, battery life has clearly become a priority. And honestly, most users would gladly accept a tiny increase in thickness if it means dramatically better endurance. After all, what matters more? An ultra-thin phone, or one that never dies before bedtime? Apple seems to know the answer. Apple's battery dominance. It's important to understand the context here. For years, Android phones dominated the battery capacity conversation with huge numbers. 5,000 mAh and beyond. Apple typically used smaller batteries but relied on optimization to stay competitive. Now, Apple appears to be doing both: large battery capacities, easy industry-leading chip efficiency, deep software optimization. That combination is powerful. With the iPhone 17 Pro Max already leading battery endurance tests, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could widen that gap even further. If the estimates are accurate, we could see over 40 hours of rated battery life, icy industry-leading standby efficiency, stronger gaming endurance, better 5G battery management, and possibly the best battery life ever seen on an iPhone. The foldable iPhone? Even bigger battery? There's another twist in this story. Rumors suggest that Apple's first foldable iPhone, expected to debut alongside the iPhone 18 Pro lineup, could feature an even larger battery. Reports indicate a battery capacity of over 5,500 mAh, which would make it the largest battery ever in an iPhone. Potentially the biggest battery among foldable smartphones. Foldable phones traditionally struggle with battery efficiency because of their larger displays and complex designs. If Apple manages to deliver class-leading endurance in a foldable form factor, that would be a major competitive advantage. It would signal that Apple is not just entering the foldable market, but entering it with confidence. Other expected upgrades. Battery life won't be the only headline feature. The iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max are rumored to include a smaller dynamic island, 6 Apple's new C2 modem, a simplified camera control system, a 24-megapixel front-facing camera, An upgraded main camera with variable aperture. The addition of a variable aperture could significantly improve low-light photography and depth control, bringing more DSLR-like flexibility to smartphone photography. Meanwhile, the new C2 modem could improve connectivity and power efficiency during cellular usage. Another factor that indirectly enhances battery life. Everything seems interconnected. Why this matters. Smartphone innovation has slowed in some areas. Displays are already excellent. Performance is already incredibly fast. Cameras are highly refined. But battery life? That's still one of the most important real-world features for users. No one complains about having too much battery. If Apple pushes endurance beyond 40 hours while maintaining performance, camera quality, and ecosystem integration, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could become the go-to choice for travelers. Content creators, heavy users, mobile gamers, professionals. Basically anyone who hates carrying a charger. Final thoughts. If the rumors are accurate, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could represent a major step forward in smartphone battery life. A larger 5,100, 5,200 mAh battery, cutting-edge 2nm A20 Pro chip, improved efficiency across the board, and potentially the longest-lasting iPhone ever made. And with the foldable iPhone possibly launching alongside it, featuring an even larger battery. Apple may be preparing one of its most power-focused product cycles yet. Of course, these are still early reports based on supply chain leaks. Apple hasn't officially confirmed anything. But if history tells us anything, it's that Apple plays the long game. And battery life is clearly becoming a key battlefield. The iPhone 18 Pro Max might not just be another annual upgrade. It could be the battery